beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe because we're jumping right in. So today we're going to discuss the things that are keeping you broke, but you have access to make them as rich as you want.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Personally, I see so many people wasting their resources, and in this economy, you're crazy. You're crazy. And I'm not talking monetarily. I see so many complaints online about what the cost of things are, whether it's groceries, whether it's homes, whether it's just every kind of bill that exists, gas prices, flight prices, like everything, clothing items, everything is so expensive these days. But yet when it comes to the things that are free, we're acting real willy-nilly. The things that you could be very much rich in still is giving very much broke. So today I just wanted to discuss all the things that we could be doing that are free to help enrich our lives, because if everything else in the world is going to be so costly, we might as well spend what we can spend in the right way. Energy is the biggest free resource that is wasted. It's wasted in worry, it's wasted in fear, it's wasted in self-doubt, it's wasted in all these uncontrollable factors that drain you. That when you spend the day worrying about what the news says, worrying about what things that you simply cannot control. So worrying about the news, worrying about traffic, worrying about if Jesus gonna come back this afternoon or not. Babe, you don't have nothing to do with none of that. I hate to break it to you. You don't have anything to do with any of that. And there isn't much in your power today that can change that. So why are we spending our energy there? It's important to evaluate, well, what am I spending my energy on? Oh, I'm not happy. Oh, I'm upset. Oh, I'm sad. Well, what do I do all day? What am I investing my energy? Did I do anything to help myself actually feel good today? Did I spend my energy just scrolling in the bed, laying in bed all day? And did that satisfy me? Or am I now beating myself up and it's 11 p.m. and it's really not much I can do to save the rest of this day? Or did I spend the time in the bed because I got rest that I needed to get, and that's exactly what I needed, and that was the best way to spend that resource? So it's just about evaluating where I'm at versus where I'm trying to go. Time is another huge resource. Time and energy are the biggest ones, in my opinion. If you're spending your time worried about something you can't change, at what point do we call it? At what point do we say, hey, this is kind of don't make sense for me to be doing this, because I'm sitting here worried about something that I can't help, that I can't do anything about. Why don't I instead focus my energy on the things that I can control? I can control my actions. I can control my words. I can control my thoughts. I can control my body. I can control how I treat people. I can control how I show up to the people in my life. There's so much that you can control. And I think that a lot of times we focus on the things that are out of our control to avoid focusing on the things that really do matter and that you really can change. But that shifts the responsibility from, oh, I'm complaining about XYZ and it's on them, and they not doing nothing about it, and you just complaining, instead of being like, dang, I could have studied. Yeah, but I didn't, and I failed that test. Because guess what? Now it's your responsibility. Now you're realizing, dang, I should have been doing XYZ with my time. But a lot of people don't like taking responsibility for yourself, taking accountability for the things that you have to do to get to the life that you want, or the result or goal or whatever it is that you want. You have to take accountability for that. And usually when we shift blame to things that are out of our control, it allows for it to just be like, dang, like, yeah, I can't believe that's the case. And it's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, it is nothing you can do about it. So why are you sitting here worrying about it? Why are you even spending so much energy and time on that? Think about how to use your resource best. How are you going to use your time? How are you going to use your love? How are you going to use it to actually fuel you and make you feel rich in resource in your life? What are the things that are free that bring me joy? Is it me spending my time doing the hobbies that I like, spending time with people that I care about, spending time on things that actually matter in my life, on things that I can actually control, on things that I can actually impact, so that I can start seeing a change and seeing a difference today, tomorrow, in 2 weeks. If I start acting on this thing, I know that I can create real tangible change, or I can feel the difference in my life because I started spending my coin in this resource. I started really taking it there. There are things that you can do to make yourself happier. Even if you're in a bad situation, you can say things to yourself. You don't have to, if you're in a bad situation, you're in a job that you hate or something like that, you don't have to just sit around all day saying, dang, I hate this job. Dang, I hate this job. Dang, I hate this job. Like, go find something you do like about it. Do you like the window? Do you like the bathroom? Do you like the door when you walk in? Do you like your route to work? Do you like the outfits you wear to work? Do you like a coworker? Like, how can you make your resource, like your time or your energy, work for you? Find the good thing to focus on, because when you find the good thing to focus on, it comes back to you. When you keep putting out the negative, guess what? You get more of the negative. And I just frankly feel like we're spending too much time and resources making ourselves broke in emotional and spiritual status. Where you give your love to, if that love isn't being brought back to you, you empty in the pot. You ain't got nothing left in the piggy bank, because you done sat here and gave your love to people who don't love you back, or who don't give back to you in the way that you need. And so now your piggy bank is empty. Or are you spending your energy going back and forth with people whose minds that you can't change, or going back and forth with people who they're not your people? Don't put all your pennies out of the piggy bank just for anybody. Like, if you know that your time is valuable, that your energy is valuable, that your love is valuable, even that your worry and that your fear is valuable. Baby, I don't worry about any and everybody. I really don't. I don't fear about any and everything, because there's certain things that I know that it's not worth my cost. It's not worth my coin. Like, I'm not emptying my piggy bank for that, because I have to free myself to be able to spend time and invest in myself so that my piggy bank is nice and full. So I say, you know what? Sorry, but that's not the direction that I'm heading in. So yeah, I'm going to have to actually spend my time doing something else, you know? And some people, their investment of time may look different than yours. For some people, it may be important to go out. It may be important to do whatever the opposite of what you're looking for is. It may be important for someone to spend their coin in one area and for you to spend yours in another. And I think that it's just about knowing what you want to spend your coin on. Just knowing where you're trying to go, or where you are, if it's where you want to be or if it's not, and how you're going to navigate doing that. And knowing that spending your energy, time, love, all those things on something that isn't going to return anything to you, it just depletes you, that maybe that's not where the coin should be spent. Or knowing that if I do spend the coin there, it's intentional. You know? Yeah, I might go and help a friend in need, and they can't pour back into me right now. They can't do anything for me right now, but they're worth my coin, because I know them, I love them, I know what they're going through, and I understand that, yeah, right now, this is about you, baby. So I'm giving you all the coins that I can. Once you're aware that these free resources really are making up a lot of your life and a lot of how you feel throughout your day-to-day living, it kind of turns on a light bulb of like, well, why am I spending my time and energy on this? And what is it costing me? Is scrolling on my phone all day costing me doing my favorite hobbies? Is it costing me time with loved ones? Is it costing me, my ability to think on my own? Like, what is it? What's the cost? And deciding, is this cost worth it to me? Like, kind of thinking of things in a way of, is this worth the cost? What am I sacrificing? What's the exchange here for my time, for my love, for my energy, for my efforts, for my worry, for my fear, for my prayer, for my giving, for my intention, for my rest, for my work, for, whatever it is? Like, what's the cost? If you just out here giving it out, and you're not aware of what's coming in, you don't know what you got coming in. If you only got, worry, fear, and doubt coming in, but you constantly trying to give out love, you're constantly trying to give out encouragement, you're constantly trying to give out discipline, you're constantly trying to give out, the opposite energy, well, babe, you're gonna be a little deep in that debt. That piggy bank probably gonna be a little empty, because you're not putting that back in. You're not getting that back in, whether from yourself or others. And so it's just important to evaluate, what is the cost here? What is the cost of my actions, my energy, my choices? And weighing those costs and deciding, okay, based on that, I'm now moving like X, Y, and Z. Because I want to be rich in resource. I want to be rich in love. I want to be rich in joy. I want to be rich in peace. I want to be rich in fulfillment and rich in service to others. I want to be rich. I don't know. For me personally, I want you to see the fruit. The fruit. Do I see fruit in my life? That's how I think of it. Like, because when you're really pouring into yourself, there should be results of that. To me, that's how I look at it. Like, there should be results. Like when you're thinking of gardening and you're planting that seed and you letting it grow, you watering it, and at some point you're going to expect a tree and some fruit. If you planted a fruit tree, you're going to expect some fruit up off that tree. Otherwise, something is wrong. So if you planted your seed and you're watering it and you like, hey, ain't no fruit, the tree ain't started growing yet. Well, maybe it's time to look at, instead of, you thought you was pouring water with your worry and fear of, oh my God, is it really growing? Is it really growing? Like, is the tree gonna grow? Is the tree gonna grow? Is the tree gonna grow? But that's actually you pouring bleach instead of pouring love. Like, yeah, I know I can do this. I know I can show up. I'm gonna keep showing up every day. I can do this. This tree is gonna grow. Like, just that slight shift can create such a difference. I guess all in all, I just want to give the message that life is expensive and things do cost, whether monetarily or in other ways. And we can't be struggling in both, really, in either. But, some things take time. And I think that knowing the cost of the things that you can control and making yourself rich in resource there is very important, because you can't change everything, but you definitely can change and control that to the best of your abilities. And so I just wanted, to encourage you all, like, the economy might be in shambles, but you don't got to be in shambles with it, okay? Your attitude doesn't have to be in shambles. Your energy, your time, your love, your effort, it don't have to be in shambles with this economy, okay? Okay, invest in yourself. Invest in you, because you're worth investing in, and watch the fruits of your labor and your work show up in different areas of your life. Okay, I hope this message made sense, child. I really hope it did. Anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Stay beautiful until next time. Bye.